Hello and welcome to Prudent Media News. Now look at the headlines. Zuari Industries suspends operations due to unavailability of naphtha, ammonia and phosphorus acid. 900 contract workers told not to report from Monday. Goa to draw 45 megawatt power from neighbouring power stations. Government to manage power deficit by buying power from a unit of Cobra or other Korba, even if it costs more. Shah Commission to submit report on illegal mining within 45 days. Pro-anti-mining people argue before the Commission. BJP claims credit of shifting Azilo Hospital to new district hospital. Demands apology from Vishwajit Rane over delay in shifting the hospital. And Technical Director Bibiano Fernandez masterminds Santa Cruz Club of Cavalosi's rise to the top position in the Pro League. And now the news in detail. Zuari Industries has suspended its operations and production due to non-availability of naphtha, ammonia and phosphorus acid. Naphtha pipeline is closed because of the disaster at Vasco. MPT has denied entry to an ammonia ship citing danger. 900 contract workers working with the company have been asked not to report to work from Monday.
Supply of naphtha was stopped to Zuari Industries after the pipeline was closed following naphtha disaster in Vasco. Later, MPT blocked the supply of ammonia and phosphorus acid by not allowing ship carrying the raw material to dock at the port. MPT felt that ammonia tanks are as dangerous as the naphtha pipeline. The raw material available with the Zuari Industries is now over. The industry has shut down all its operations and production. 900 workers are told not to report to the work till raw material gets available. This decision of Zuari Industries can majorly affect farmers and truck transporters involved in the business. The company has already informed the Bombay Stock Exchange that they have suspended their operations. Our reporter Surendra Madkekar.
Electricity Department is in the process to procure 45 megawatt power from neighbouring power stations. Officials say that there will be no hassle of power till Monday. If Ramagundam power plant cuts 45 megawatt of power out of 100 that state receives, government will cope up with the deficit by buying power from another unit at Korba.
Electricity officials from Vidyut Bhavan have informed that Ramagundam power plant can provide us 55 megawatt of power in spite of the agitation. Officials say that there is no problem till Monday, as industries don't consume much power on Saturday and Sunday. State's average power requirement is 400 megawatt, out of which 210 megawatt comes from Korba and 100 megawatt comes from Ramagundam power plant. State will be short only for 45 megawatt of power, as 160 megawatt power is procured from 3 other power plants. Since 10 September, Korba power plant has reduced the power supply from 210 megawatts to 50 megawatts due to heavy rains in Maharashtra. Goa has procured 163 megawatt power from 3 other power plants. Officials in the electricity department are in a move to get additional 45 megawatts of power from another unit at Korba. Officials say that even if the rates are little high, state procure the necessary supply of power. There will be no load shedding, at least for now. Our reporter Basri Desai for Prudent Media.
Justice M.B. Shah is likely to submit his report on illegal mining in Goa within 45 days. Justice Shah says there can be a summon of a state minister involved in illegal mining if they get any substantial evidence. On Saturday, Justice Shah and his team heard people from different mining areas on different issues.
The chaos and verbal argument dominated public hearing attended by Justice Shah on Saturday at Porvorim. General public, people from mining areas, truck owners and social activists participated in this hearing. Anti-mining people claimed that large-scale illegal mining has affected their livelihood. One activist alleged Urban Development Minister Joki Alema of involvement in illegal mining. People also blamed Goa politicians for rampant illegal mining.
The government is responsible that what they have done, they have killed agriculture in the name of made them dependent on mining. We don't live, and mining is an industry which is only short-lived.
अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम में होता है तो ये फेक माइनिंग मैनेजमेंट प्लान और फेक एनवायरमेंटल असेसमेंट रिपोर्ट एक मेन प्रॉब्लम है सर, क्योंकि माइनिंग करने के बाद इसके ऊपर देखा भी नहीं जाता.
Many truck owners said that they can't distinguish between legal and illegal mines. They said stopping of illegal mines will affect their livelihood. They demanded a procedure to convert illegal mines into legal in Goa. Pro-mining people highlighted benefits of mining. Some people even threatened to commit suicide if mining activity is stopped.
लीगल हो या इलीगल हम लोगों को कोई मालूम नहीं. हम लोगों की आपकी तरफ से एक दरख्वास्त है आपको कि जो इलीगल है वो आप लीगल बना के ये आपसे हम लोगों की निवेदन है.
Maye MLA Anand Shet and Aldona MLA Dayanand Narvikar were also present for the hearing. Narvikar informed Shah that illegal mining in the state could be to the tune of 10,000 crore rupees. Shah assured that they will try to weed out illegalities in this trade.
Therefore, your suggestion that illegal mining should continue, at least we cannot accept it. We have no power, no jurisdiction to say so.
We have made it ourselves clear that we are concerned with the illegal mining, not with other aspects. Our report is likely to be submitted. Likely, I am using the word that within 45 days with regard to state of Goa. Ministers or other higher authority can be called if we are having concrete evidence.
Shah is also likely to go through report of Karnataka Lokayukta on illegal mining. Anti-mining activists were not happy with the public hearing as they didn't get enough time to speak.
Because the state government is encouraging all this kind of the illegalities, let me tell you, because I have been filing all complaints against me. Systematically this has been managed by the state.
A senior reporter from Panji, Rakesh Kandulkar, with video journalist Shan.
Bharatiya Janata Party has claimed credit for shifting of old Azilo Hospital to the new district hospital in Mapsa. They say it's a victory of their 3-year-long agitation. BJP State President Lakshmikant Parsekar has demanded an apology from Vishwajit Rane for delay in shifting the hospital. They have also strongly opposed privatization of the hospital.
BJP has said that Vishwajit shifted Azilo Hospital to the new premises because of their agitation. Parsekar said that BJP is agitating on the issue from the last 3 years.
म्हापशाचे डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल जुन्या इमारतीतसून नव्या इमारतीत स्थलांतरित करपाचो निर्णय काल प्रत्यक्ष आरोग्य मंत्र्याच्या तोंडांसून मेळ्ळो आणि भारतीय जनता पक्षाच्या गेल्या 3 वर्षांच्या मागणीची पूर्तता झाल्याचे समाधान आमकां जालें.
Parsekar said that Vishwajit Rane should apologize to the people of North Goa for delaying the process of shifting the hospital. He said Vishwajit delayed the process only because of his selfishness, interest and ego.
आमचो PPP पद्धतीन हॉस्पिटल दिवपाक विरोध आसा, विरोध आसलो, आजूय आसा आणि विरोध उरतलोय. जुनी हॉस्पिटलाची कितें स्थिती असली हे आमकां सगळ्यांक खबर आसा आणि त्यामुळे आपल्या हट्टीपणाक लागून, आपल्या हेकेखोरपणाक लागून, आपल्या स्वार्थीपणाक लागून उत्तर गोंयच्या जनतेक 3 वर्सां ताणें ह्या सुविधा पासून वंचित केलो म्हणून ताणें जनतेची माफी मागची.
BJP also highlighted that the equipments that were brought 3 years ago have expired and the loss is caused to the exchequer due to delay in shifting the hospital. Our reporter Basuri Desai in Panji with video journalist Sushant Pal.
It's time now for a short break. Stay tuned.